Goddess of Victory Nikke, or just Nikke for short, is an idol-type third-person shooter action game with some incredibly beautiful anime waifu art designs. Developed by Shift Up, who are well known for their other super popular anime game Destiny Child, and published by Level Infinite, who is also tied to Tower of Fantasy. If you're familiar with Destiny Child and Shift Up, you should probably have a pretty good idea with what you can expect art-wise in Nikke, especially since one of the illustrators from Destiny Child is the one who did the artwork for Nikke. Nikke's story is deep and really dark, but also very entertaining too. Most of the jokes are carried by Neon and Anis sure does have the best disappointed face in the game. I think she's the only one with that face emote, to be honest. The game does, however, get very dark, and numerous times I've felt like my Nikke are in danger of losing their lives in the story cinematics. It doesn't help that the ending of the tutorial drops a nice big dose of feels into the game. And that's only in less than an hour of playing it, pretty much setting the tone for this game. The Nikke are not human, they are basically androids, while their bodies are mainly robotic with a human exterior. Their brains are what I believe all that's really left of their humanity. The Nikke tell you early on in the game that as long as the Nikke's brain is intact, they can be rebuilt with a new body. And sadly, because of this, the humans treat the Nikke as only weapons and usually don't treat them with much humanity at all. Except for your character, the Commander, who tends to treat them all with respect and act as if they're humans, even though physically they are not. Honestly, I couldn't get enough of the story, and so far I have not skipped a single story or side quest cutscene, and I'm currently on chapter 6 of the main story. The banter and dynamics between the girls in your team is so entertaining to watch, and it feels like you're friends. If you take the time to enjoy the cutscenes, of which the main story is fully voice acted, gameplay wise this is a third-person idle type action game. You form squads of 5 Nikke and must do missions in the form of campaign missions, and then you have the arc side tasks like the simulation room where you can get items for upgrading your Nikke skills, Tribe Tower, which is a tower climb dungeon which gives credits and gems, interception can be done 3 times a day and provides you with some nice armor drops, and Lost Sector is an exploration mode where you can earn summoning gems and harmony cubes to help further enhance your Nikke. The combat can be done in manual mode or in auto mode. Honestly, with how crazy the gunplay can get, it's nice to use the auto, but I must admit there will be times where I've gone into manual mode because they couldn't pass the mission on auto alone. So you will have moments where you will have to manually play, or you can choose to play the whole thing manually. It's up to you. I did mention previously that this game is an idle game as well as a third-person action game, and the idle part doesn't actually come into play until you unlock the outpost. At the outpost you can find the outpost defense. Here is where you can claim your idle rewards. You can claim credits, battle data sets, core dust, which is used for leveling your Nikke, experience, as well as armor. You can also wipe out, which will give you 2 hours worth of outpost defense items if you are in dire need. Though you can only get 1 free wipeout. The rest costs gems, and the cost does increase with each wipe out. Within the outpost you can also find the recycling room where you can upgrade your Nikke stats as well as the stats of each class and faction, though it costs re-energy cores to level your general research, and other cores are needed for the class upgrades and factions. All of these can be bought at the body label shop, though the currency needed relies heavily on you rolling on the gacha and getting duplicates that are no longer needed. For example, if you get an extra SR body that you have already limit break to the maximum, the body will then turn into body label currency to be used at the body label shop. You can also build various buildings at the outpost. All of these require blueprints which can be found while exploring the maps. So keep an eye out for faint glittering locations while doing missions. You can find many blueprints and lore items premiums out there. The graphics are gorgeous using what they call Live 2D 3.3 technology. The artwork is fantastic, and the jiggles are jiggling in all the right places. The defenses can be destroyed over time during battles, and even the scenery can be destroyed while you're fighting the robots, which I thought was really cool and a nice touch. Honestly, this game looks really high quality and looks even better when you make it turn into a landscape mode game. Now, if you want to know how to do that, there's a video from FG3000 you can look up on YouTube if you use an emulator like I do. Overall, this is a fantastic game that I've already sunk many hours into, even though it's only just released a few days ago. If you haven't tried it, I highly suggest you give it a go. It is so much fun. So there you have it. That's my first impression on Nikke. I hope you enjoyed it. Remember to follow me on all my socials. All the links can be found in the description below, and also follow me on my TapTap profile if you feel like it. I hope you enjoyed this video. Have a fantastic day, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye bye.